Hello and welcome to episode 105 of the Power Pod with your boys, you,
And you.
me,
I'm
and-
Mark.
and I'm Owen. And you, dear listener, you're the third member of this podcast.
Yes, the ever-present third member, who is kind of Schrodinger's podcast host. It doesn't exist unless you listen to the episode.
Yeah, because we're not talking to each other, we're talking to that third person that's there.
Exactly, yeah. This is the superposition, the fourth dimensional entity.
Whoa.
Oh, we've lost power.
Fucking headphones.
Hello, we're
Jesus.
back. Okay, we're back. But yeah, we're back again. How are you? How's your week?
I've been good.
All good.
My body is sore, but I am well.
Yeah, I was gone for 10 days and apparently even changed your entire personality and your entire life.
Yeah, it's all about jiu-jitsu, man.
What happened?
Yeah, started jiu-jitsu. My body is sore all the time.
Yeah, but your mind is strong, isn't it?
Man, it's I think it does well for the head to walk into a room and basically every person in that room can kick the shit out of you. And they do every single time that you roll with them.
It's fun. It sounds fun.
Very humbling.
Yeah, that's it. We all need a bit of humble pie every now and then. Jiu-jitsu, what does that involve exactly? To explain that to the layman. Explain it to an alien who's never landed, who's never seen jiu-jitsu. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
It's about two sweaty men
Two sweaty guys rolling around.
rolling around on the ground trying to
It's like
put each other in holds.
holding each other.
Just trying to hold each other. Trying to get real close.
That sounds really cute. Is it like karate?
No, there's no striking. There's no kicks or punches. It's just grappling. Yeah.
Ah, I see. What's the origin?
I think I've always heard that the origin of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I don't know if this is real or not, but essentially this dude from Japan was over in Brazil,
Yeah.
and he was like some Jiu-Jitsu master or something like that, and he was staying in someone's house, and there was 3 boys that were in the house, and he taught the 2 eldest boys, but he wouldn't teach the smallest son because he was like, you're too small and too weak and too fragile, like you're not able to do this.
Yeah.
And then so he only taught the 2 older brothers, and then they started teaching the youngest brother how to do jiu-jitsu. And I don't know if this is real or not, but eventually that's where the style of Brazilian jiu-jitsu comes from, because the idea behind it is that anyone small would be able to do this. It doesn't matter about like how big you are. And so there was this tournament or something where
Is this the plot of Karate Kid?
man, like this is, see, because it sounds like that, but that's what I've heard, that this there's a tournament where it was all styles allowed, and essentially the smallest dude made it to the final, and he never kicked or struck anyone because he did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Yeah.
and he ended up winning the entire tournament
Oh shit.
just by submitting his opponents, and he was the smallest dude in the tournament. And I think that guy that won that tournament was the son of the youngest son that was taught jiu-jitsu by his older brothers.
Ah, and he defeated the son of the original
Yes.
Japanese guy in the final. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I think I've heard that story before. But
How is that different from Japanese jiu-jitsu?
I have no idea, bro. I don't even know any.
Do they strike?
No idea.
So Brazilian jiu-jitsu is all about like leverage and like
Using your weight and
using
stuff.
your weight,
Or like using your weight efficiently, because like essentially I think that like people that do like really high levels of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can just like jump up and like immediately get you into a hold and like pull you to the ground, and then they just like manipulate your joints and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
I think
That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible, and that's gonna be you.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing jiu-jitsu or just Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It says Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but like I don't know what the difference between Brazilian jiu-jitsu and jiu-jitsu is. So
Okay.
but everyone just calls it jiu-jitsu as well. So I have no idea.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though. Self-defense. You know, grappling. You think I would be able to do it?
I think anyone should be able to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
They say that about everything, but
They do
it's
say
obviously not true.
No. But there are small dudes there. Like there are much smaller dudes than me.
Really?
Who only because of my size compared to them.
Are they smarter than me?
Yeah, they would be. But like some of them have been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You'd be able for it. I think everyone would be able for it.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah.
It's real humbling. Like there's like the 2 times I've been rolling with women, they fucking destroyed me.
Really?
Oh my god. One of them was like survive 20 seconds. With like, so you're on the ground and then the person on top has to try and like pass your guard or like submit you in 20 seconds. And I actually started laughing when she was at me because I was panicking and nervous. And I was like, holy shit, I'm getting humbled.
Yeah, don't humble me. I didn't ask for this.
I only survived because I was bigger than her and eventually just like was able to hold on.
Yeah.
But fucking hell.
Damn, so you did beat her. You beat the girl.
I survived. I survived those 20 seconds.
You just got up like, yes!
Slapping everyone. Yeah, beat it, bro.
Yeah, man. That's it. Yeah, that sounds really cool. It's great to have a hobby. It's just great to have a hobby.
My arms are so sore though, but it's good.
Yeah, the pain is good, you know. I still do my my fitness training. I do fitness training every Tuesday.
Man, I'm so bad with cardio, so.
Yeah, so it's mainly kind of cardio and then like light kind of like weights and stuff. It's just like, it's me and like 2 other guys and then just loads of girls from the office. And we just go over and it's just like loads of like, it's like 3 different circuits and it's for 45 minutes. You come back absolutely sweating and then like your shoulders will be in bits and your ass in bits for days. But
it's a good feeling though.
It's a good feeling. Yeah, after the first day, the pain goes away and you're just like, every time you feel that twinge, you're like, yeah. I work out.
That's why.
I worked out once a week.
Yeah, what's up? Hinge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good to have a hobby and to do exercise.
You gotta do something.
You actually do have to do something. It keeps you busy, you know, mental health. Yeah, I wish that, because where's this club's very nearby, isn't it?
Just up the little.
That's so handy.
In our town.
So handy. Yeah.
It's man handy because I go to the gym there as well. So the gym and the jiu-jitsu place is literally more or less next door.
Yeah.
Sandy.
So straight out of jiu-jitsu, back into the gym.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Back into jiu-jitsu.
I puked the first week I did it.
You puked?
Yeah, I went to the gym and then I had a BLT in between the half-hour gap between when jiu-jitsu started. Did the class. It was my first one. Didn't know what I was expecting. First, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Grand, this is fresh. Next half an hour, absolute torture. Thinking I was going to fucking throw up in front of everyone. Thinking I was going to die. Then we're leaving early. The whole thing is 2 hours. And
2 hours?
Yeah, it's 2 hours. Haven't done the full 2 hours yet. It's
you can leave at any point.
Yeah, and it's no bother. You just get up and go.
Yeah.
But the so we're finishing up, and my mate man is walking over to talk to the dude because it's their first day, so he's just getting to know him a bit. And I'm there, and I'm just putting on my shoes. I'm like, Flam, we need to go. I'm not doing good, bro. We need to get the fuck out of here. And I was not talking to the dude because I was trying to keep my. I knew if I opened my mouth, the pressure would deviate and fuck it up. So I say thanks to Sheen, and he's like, oh, go on, talk to you on, see you on, have a good week. And we walk outside, and immediately the cold air hit my face. I'm like, whoa, this is it. I'm 100%.
The pressure differential. Your head just burst. It's like you're an alien.
So we started walking, and it's like, here, Flam, we need to stand over here. And he's like, okay, yeah, fine. Okay. How do you feel? Do you think you're going to puke? And I say, yeah, no, man, I'm pretty sure you're going to puke. Straight away.
Oh, God. The BLT.
Oh, man.
Dirty.
It fucking came back to bite me.
Yeah. It won.
That's what I get for stop being a vegetarian.
Yeah. It's the vengeance of the pig.
Mm-hmm.
You contributed, yeah. Poor pig.
Listen, it got back at me, so.
Yeah, it had the last laugh.
I got what I deserved.
It had the last laugh.
How have you been in your week?
I've been grand. I don't remember exactly what I did. I didn't do much, really.
Such as life?
Didn't do much, I have to say. Working away. Yeah, not much.
In London actually as well.
You were in London. You were like fucking.
I did adventures.
I come over here and you're like James Bond. You changed everything. So what am I doing with my life? I'm the exact same that I was 2 weeks ago.
The fucking hell. Yeah, that's what happens when you have one bad day at work.
You have one bad day.
Tip you over the edge.
Falling down, but it's a
falling up.
Yeah, falling up. Yeah, it's a heartwarming family story.
No, I was in London. London's good,
What did you do in London? Did you go to the museum?
Which museum? We went to the Modern Tate? Is that what it
Oh,
was?
the Tate, yes.
Yeah, we went to that. Man, modern art is so boring.
Modern art is absolute bullshit.
Oh my
It's
god.
such a pleb opinion, but it actually is dirt. In 200 years, no one will look back and be like, "Oh, that was actually really." You can actually see what. No, it's actually it's all bullshit.
It's boring to look
It's
at.
all bullshit.
Like, it's the most unstimulating thing.
Yes, who cares?
Some of it is good. There's some bits I seem like, yeah, that's good. But then
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of it, I walked through a room and it's just white fucking walls, and that was the art installation.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, great.
Oh, it really made me think.
Mm.
Yeah, I could do. You do this with your own gaff, like you could do. Literally, it's like, it's cliches. Oh, a child could do it, But there's obviously great artists who built the foundations of what we imagine as
Mhm.
modern art, who actually knew what they were doing. Great artists, and it seems like it's literally like what it's like. That's not. There's no skill involved.
Postmodernism is
It's
the
like-
worst thing to happen to art.
Yeah, see, if you really think about it, it's like that Damien Hirst thing. The sharks, like the shark. It's a whatchamacallit, it's a shark in formaldehyde. It's a preserved dead body of a shark.
Mhm.
It's just in a huge tank, and it's like that's it. That's all it is. It's a preserved shark that's dead. And like when you read like the subtitle, it's like it's a deep meditation on the nature of life and death, the transient nature of nature. It's like you could look outside your window and you could do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
This
what's
guy-
that,
this
what's
guy-
that thing called? When you stuff an animal?
Yeah,
Taxidermy. Bro, it's just a fancier taxidermy.
It's like, oh, you taxidermied a fish and you got paid $150 million. You got paid $150 million to do that. It's like, you are a fucking fraud. And there's something seriously wrong. Like, there's something happening under the hood there
Ugh.
that we will uncover eventually, and he will be totally.
All this money's going to Epstein's Island.
Oh, absolutely guaranteed. That is all money laundering. But yeah, did you see any interesting pieces?
No.
No, nothing.
No, we went to another museum, which was the National Gallery, and it was all classic art. I was like, fuck, because we saw that
Yeah.
before we went to modern art.
Mm.
I was like, geez, that's like, because you can really appreciate those paintings and get like sucked into it. And then you walk into Modern Tate and it's just like, this is so fucking boring.
Yeah, load of bollocks. Absolute load of bollocks.
Did we do any museums? We went to some essentially a history hoarder's gaff. He's like some fancy ass aristocrat, and there's a full on sarcophagus in the gaff. Like, this is just a gaff, like in London, but
Like
the dude was minted.
An Egyptian sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? It's so bad out.
Yeah. Oh man, you ever been to the British Museum?
No, I've never been.
Oh,
I've never been to. I've never been to mainland Britain.
Man, if you want something to like radicalize you, go to the British Museum in London and just walk around, and how like fuck all of it is their own country's history.
Yeah, none of this. Yeah, none of us to do with Britain. Yeah.
Oh man, you're walking through and it's like you're just walking around. It's like they should not have this.
Yeah. Yeah, jewels and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy because they have a great history themselves, which they could.
They have enough.
They have enough. So sad. So sad. Scum of the earth. Literally the worst country that's ever existed. But I've heard London.
But London's a cool city.
I've heard London's really nice.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. I'd love to go.
It's a great city.
I'd love to go. See the sights.
See the bits.
See, it's like not even a place where just see what's up. Like no, like like fucking 30, 40 people over there.
Oh yeah, the
At
mental
this-
people in
at this
London.
stage, yeah. So many people.
She be a busy city.
Oh, indeed.
Does she be as busy though as Alien Resurrection?
Alien Resurrection.
Pretty
is
stacked cast.
Seriously, busy. Tuco returns in Alien Resurrection.
Oh my god, I knew that guy. Oh my god, that's what it is.
Tight. Tuco's back. He
I
has the
was-
same accent as well.
I was looking at him, I was like, I know you from something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, he's Tuco. Okay.
Yeah. Tuco, Winona Ryder, Ron Perlman, Sigourney Weaver is back as not Ellen Ripley.
Ellen Ripley 3.0.
Ellen Ripley 3.0, and she's absolutely fucking awful. And who else is in it?
What's that guy? What's his name? He's got the weird looking face, kind of.
The villain with the hairy shoulders?
No, the big tall dude.
The tall... Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in it, and the main villain with the hairy shoulders.
I don't know his name.
He's in something though.
He is, yeah. Is he in
Um,
Paris, Texas? He's not.
I don't know, maybe he is.
He's not. He could be, though.
Who else is in it? I think that's kind of
I
it.
think that's pretty much
Pretty-
it.
But like stat cast for like an alien movie.
Yeah, if it's that cast for Alien 4, it's like when you receive that script, you're like, this movie, there's no way this movie's any good. Yet they still all signed up, which you have to respect in a certain way. Yeah, Alien Resurrection, the fourth entry in the Alien franchise, which we are undertaking as part of a series.
that dude was in Mulholland Drive. And The Usual Suspects.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
But
but yeah, part of our new series, which we've been doing for like the last 2 months, and now it's this is our fourth. It's the fourth
final installment in the original quadrilogy.
Yeah, the Alien quadrilogy, and
it was a quadrilogy for like 20 years.
They should have stayed that way.
Not even 20 years. Less than 20 years.
If they should have made this film, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, so it's about aliens, the alien universe, 200 years after the end of
back.
Alien 3. Aliens are back again.
They're resurrected.
Oh, that makes sense. Now it's adding up. I understand. And they're back 200 years later. Ellen Ripley is dead. She's been dead 200 years. But they found a way to clone her. So now they've cloned loads of Ellen Ripleys. And
to varying degrees of success.
So now they have an excuse to bring Sigourney Weaver back. And now she's been sent off on another...
No, she's kept in the lab because for whatever reason they bring her back, and it also produces an alien inside of her because
how does that make sense?
Ripley died with an alien in her stomach, I guess, but the alien had burst by that stage, but regardless, whatever. The alien is also brought back through the one coming out of her stomach.
Yeah.
And Ripley also kind of has more alien-like aspects to herself. Her blood is acid.
Yeah.
She's like a more super version of Ripley.
Yeah.
And way more horny.
Yeah, she's so like, yeah. Why?
Everyone is so horny in this movie. It's actually uncomfortable. Even the aliens are horny.
Yeah, the banter is just like, this is just like, if I was in this environment, I'd be like,
get me out of here.
First of all, I'd be like, this is, sexual harassment, guys. Calm the fuck down. And then I'd be like, oh shit, there's an alien loose on the ship. That'd be the order of priorities.
Yep.
It's like, it's just weird. Weird atmosphere. Poor Winona Ryder. She's getting absolutely harassed by those, those weird guys and stuff. It's just, it's like a greasily sexual film.
Yeah.
In the way that only Joss Whedon can write a film.
It's got, it's like real slimy.
Yeah, it's like
real slime ball energy off this film.
Harvey Weinstein's idea of a romance. This is what he thinks. This is what people in Hollywood think relationships are like, human relationships, that kind of thing. That's what I imagine, because this is written by Joss Whedon, one of our least favorite writers of all time.
A lizard person.
Who is not a real human being, at all. If you just look at if you Google him right now, you look at the first image on Google Images.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. you compare it, and then I want you to go open a new tab. I put in the henchman, the Koopa henchman from the Super Mario Brothers film. They look the exact fucking same. It's like the heads. He's not a real person. He's definitely not human. He's an alien, some kind of alien, and he wrote this film. This is from 1990 something, is it, or 2001?
Is it 98?
98, quite a long time ago, anyway. And it's directed by some guy, I don't know who he was, but the main thing is kind of remembered for the same way Alien 3 is kind of remembered, or is given a lot more credence because David Fincher directed it. This is kind of like this film was kind of seized on by Joss Whedon fans, and they try to defend him and stuff like that.
They try to defend this piece of shit.
Yeah, which is basically impossible. He did an interview after the film was released, because like every Alien sequel, it's like, oh, I didn't actually mean it to be like that. I meant to be like this. It's like there's a lot of conflicts on set. Things didn't go the way certain people planned. Joss Whedon wasn't happy with how the film panned out. Usually that's an issue of they didn't stick to the script. They changed things around. Producers intervened. He was like, no. Everything was done exactly as I wrote in the script. But that was the problem. It's like everything, it just wasn't done how I envisioned it. The script was shot exactly as he basically directed. But he didn't like how it panned out. He was like, everything else is the problem. The script was fine. Which is like, like read that back again, Joss, and think about what you just said. It's like there's no like the script is the worst part of this film is the script.
The script is
so
dire.
bad.
The dialogue is awful.
Every line of this film is dog shit. Well, not every line, but like
Most lines.
yeah. Like when Ripley's doing that.
Every quip makes me cringe.
Yeah. Like when the guy is panicking, because there's an alien inside of him,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like coming up and she's explaining. She's like, oh, there's an alien inside your chest. In a few hours, it will burst out of your chest, and you will die. He's like, any questions? She like stares him down. I was like, that is the fucking lamest thing I've ever seen in any film.
It's even lamer because he's like, who are you? And she says, I'm the monster's mother. And walks away. It's like, stop.
What?
Stop.
What are you doing, man?
Oh, it's awful.
I physically cringed.
I wince.
Yeah. That was one of the worst lines I've ever seen.
There's like, and so it's like, this film reminds me of. It feels like a Resident Evil movie if like there was no fun in it and no joy and no heart.
It's a Resident Evil movie.
And written by Joss Whedon.
Yeah, it's a Resident Evil movie that takes itself like serious for like absolutely no reason, but at the same time doesn't treat it seriously, like the way most Joss Whedon films are.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this isn't serious at all, but at the same time, oh look at this badass one-liner I'm about to come out with,
and none of them are good.
Yeah, stop.
Oh, but yeah, so Ripley's back. She's in a ship. People come in. They're selling bodies to the U.S. government.
Mm.
And then the government has made more xenomorphs. Eggs, I guess. And, the original alien that came out of Ripley's chest was a queen. That laid eggs. So then they're putting face huggers onto people's faces. And then we have aliens in the spaceship again. The one thing I did like with this film is that the aliens came across really smart. Like the way that they turn on the one alien in the cage and they just like kill him because they're like, your blood is acid, and then it pours down and then they can escape and they go on a massacre. Jesus, they fuck people up. So that was cool.
A lot of the basic ideas are pretty good.
Yeah, there's some fun ideas in this movie.
There's the bones of something that could have been good. I like a lot of these films though, but it doesn't see itself out. There are certain set pieces and certain ideas. I like the film's generally well made as well. Like it looks pretty good.
There's some like a lot
of the effects aren't great.
A lot of them stuff that doesn't really make sense. Like for one, like the bit where there's the dude that's in the wheelchair and he's on the other fella's back.
Yeah.
And they're climbing a ladder.
And the guy drops.
Why
does that happen?
Why is he dead after that?
Why is the guy dead?
Why is the guy who drops dead?
Aren't there aliens in the water?
Is there?
I thought there were aliens. Weren't they fleeing from the aliens?
But I thought there was only two, and they killed them both.
Well, like, yeah, it's like a video game.
Yeah, it's just
fell in the water. It's like Minecraft. Fell in the water. He's gone.
That's what it felt like.
And he just comes back.
It just
I was just water, man.
I was like, yeah, just get out of the water, swim up. Unless I missed something and there are aliens in the water, but
yeah, I thought there were aliens in the water, but I
thought they all came out.
I wasn't sure why he dropped. Why did he?
It was just like, just move your foot, bro. It's just a fucking.
Yeah, it's like there's no. Don't need to be so dramatic. Just keep going.
Yeah.
There's no issue here.
Just move.
Yeah. Just keep going, bro. Yeah, it's full of weird shit like that, and then like the action's kind of, because again, it's like Resident Evil action, which is cool. And fun in a specific tone, specific tonal setting. This film takes itself too seriously. And it doesn't seem to understand what tone it's kind of is trying to go for. Like Joss Whedon could not possibly. There's no reason why he shouldn't be able to write an alien film, because he can't. He's incapable of writing a film which is like actually takes itself seriously, or a film which is like could be properly scary at all. Yeah, it's a horror film, like which is like the basic kind of you don't need to like embody those genre traits when you're writing an alien film, but you need to have these. You have to have those fucking bows in your quiver. You have to be able to have that on your CV. I can do this if I need it to add these elements into the mix for an alien film. Joss Whedon physically cannot do those things.
What do you think of Cabin in the Woods then?
What do you mean?
Because that's written by Joss Whedon. That's a horror film.
Yeah, yeah. It's not scary though.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not scary.
'Cause
It doesn't take itself seriously, which he
Yeah.
can do. It's not a scary film. It's a funny film which takes the piss out of horror.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good film as well. I like Cabin in the Woods. It's pretty good. Like
It's alright.
it's all right. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't watch it again, but it's pretty good. And it's just kind of like Evil Dead, but like
Worse.
worse. Yeah.
Even that's so much better, man.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's Evil Dead, but like modern.
Mm.
But yeah, it's not taking itself seriously, and he couldn't write a serious horror film.
I don't think he can do drama.
You can't do
Like,
drama.
Like wholehearted.
He can't really do anything. Like I don't know what he can do because I don't like him. So
He's not funny either.
He's not. What can he do?
What can he do?
He doesn't have anything that could
He can
possibly
get
work in
cancelled.
this film.
He can get fucked is what he can
He
do.
can get fucked. Yeah, yeah. So he was never going to be able to write this film properly because you know the points where like the like one of the guys being held hostage and he shoots up against a beam and it like hits the guy in the head.
Stop.
I was like, what is this? This is like Resident Evil, but like.
But it's really trying hard to be cool.
Yeah, it's like it's Resident Evil, but like you're not in a Resident Evil film. You're in an Alien film, which is a totally different thing.
Mm.
And the rest of the film, there's parts of the film which are it's like stitched together. Parts where it's trying to be an Alien film, and parts where just like all these random mixes and matches of like none of it really adds together. And that's why it feels really disjointed.
Yeah.
It doesn't gel whatsoever. And obviously the writing is just really really bad. So, and the characters are also dog shit.
The characters are so bad,
Yeah.
bro.
I hated-
Jesus.
I hated Ripley. Ripley was so annoying. I don't like Ripley
there's
at all.
something about Ripley in this
She's-
film that really irritates me.
She's just kind of a cunt, and she's really
Yeah.
smug. But that's Joss Whedon again. That's like all his characters.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, yeah. I blame everything on
Yeah.
him.
Because like even like the. What did you think of the albino alien that's in this?
It was a bit weird.
And it just
I didn't think much about it. though.
didn't like its vibe with Ripley. Felt a bit too. Way too horny. Way too horny. Especially when it's like, oh yeah, he's going to you because you're its mother. It's like,
Oh, I see.
No.
Oh, it's a reference to Thing,
Mm.
Joss Whedon, because he did Shakespearean drama.
Mm-hmm.
He knows theater.
Not a vibe. Not
Wow.
a vibe.
Yeah, that's fucking lame.
This film is easily the worst one so far.
Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Alien 3 was alright. I don't understand the hate it gets.
I really, yeah. same.
Alien Resurrection,
I don't understand the love it gets.
Alien Resurrection.
Because people say that Alien 3 is the worst in the original 4.
That's like objectively untrue.
It's
That's just
objectively wrong.
That's just not right. Like if someone was saying to me, "I'm gonna watch Alien 3 tonight," I'd be like, "Yeah, like let me know what you think." It's worth a watch. I think. If someone said to me, "I'm watching Alien Resurrection tonight," I'd be like, "You're about to waste over 2 hours of your time. Don't watch it." I would recommend against watching it. Because it is a waste of time. It's not a good film.
It's not a good film. It's not even like it's so bad it's good. It's just bad.
No, yeah, it's just not good. It's just not a good movie, and it doesn't lead anywhere either. It's like this was the end of the franchise for a reason.
And there's a reason why they had to just go with, okay, let's go years before Alien now.
Yeah, let's forget all about that.
Let's forget about this point because this was a bad point.
Yeah.
There's no reviving the franchise after this.
Yeah, there's no bringing back Ripley now.
Ripley or Ripley's still around, but there's definitely no more Alien.
Yeah, but it's not Ripley though.
Yeah,
it's not her. It's a clone. It's just like you're not Ripley then.
Yeah,
you're not
and
the
you're
original character.
like.
So why don't you just make a new character?
Does she? I like the way that they progressed from, non-gender specific Ripley in the first film. Like the whole point is that like their genders don't matter whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then we make her, she has motherly intentions in Aliens, just making her slightly more feminine. Then in the third movie, she fucks.
She fucks.
And in the fourth film, she fucks, and she also kind of wants to bone the alien at this stage as well. She's even more sexualized.
She wants to bone her alien son, and she's like a girl boss. She's like, I'm a woman, but I'm also strong. It's like, really? What? That's unprecedented. Joss Whedon's about 40 years too late to all that shit. Like,
yeah,
just doesn't understand what actually made her a strong character in the first one.
She says a lot. She says but it's not even her.
Yeah.
It's like the film.
She says a lot. Doesn't actually do anything.
The whole vibe of it is it's just really weird.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's real cringe and cheesy is what it is.
It's just dog shit.
Not a good movie. Not a good movie.
Joss Whedon Hater Club.
Parapod. That's what we
us.
are.
That's us.
That's actually that was our working title originally before we came up with Parapod. Was Joss Whedon Depreciation Club.
Yeah.
Unappreciation Club.
What would it be?
Unappreciated. What's the opposite of appreciation?
I can't remember. I'm so stupid.
Hate, I guess.
Yeah, Josh Whedon hates society. What was that? Oh, I can't remember the word.
Yeah.
That's gonna annoy me now. Anyway, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
What's the next one we're doing? Prometheus?
Yes, please. I'd love to do Prometheus next.
Or... Yeah, no, we'll keep with Prometheus. We'll go Prometheus and then...
Our recommended film for next week.
It's to be so cheap. And then it's Covenant, and then are we doing Predator?
We'll do Predator, yeah.
Predator, just the first one.
Just the first one.
No, actually, no, wait. First one and the second one, because the second one has the alien head in it, and that's why you get Alien versus Predator.
I thought you didn't want to do the second one.
No, do the second one.
All right, why not?
But no more Predator films after
Finish
that.
with a fucking
All right, Dud.
whimper.
No, that's not that bad.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna be finishing off on Dud, which is Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Okay, yeah.
That film, man. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that film. It's gonna be like an hour rant by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Tell you what else I watched.
What else do you watch?
I watched a bit of Pearl.
Pearl. What's that?
It is the prequel film to X, which these films came out this year. X and Pearl. I talked about X a few episodes ago.
Ah, a good while ago now.
I don't think it was because I think it was after episode 100. So I think
Was it? No, it wasn't.
I think it's been a while for us, but in terms of episodes, I don't think it's been that long. I'll tell you now. But yeah, these are films directed by Ty West, and wasn't like a huge fan. Episode 94. Okay, so it hasn't been a while. Wasn't a huge fan on X. Thought it was I, you know.
It was about porn, wasn't it?
It's about porn. It was a slasher film. It was about old people being weird and disgusting, and old people having sex is weird and disgusting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And just like weird old film. Really great in capturing of specifically Texas Chainsaw vibes.
Yeah.
But to like what end really? Like the vibes were on point, but
Just vibes.
not even vibes. Aesthetics were on point, but like you know,
Other than that,
other than that,
bit empty, was
it's a
it?
bit empty.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
I'd still recommend it though. I think it's like worth a watch.
Yeah. I've always heard that. It's worth watching.
It is worth watching. It's not amazing, but it's worth watching.
Yeah.
And then the prequel Pearl came out. Pearl being the slasher villain. What did you describe him?
Yeah, the
as?
slasher, yeah.
The
And the
slasher
slashies.
Of X. Well, like not really a slasher, but regardless, she's the old woman in Pearl in X.
Yo, one and X.
And it's played by Mia Goth. In X, Mia Goth plays the main character, the main final girl, but also plays Pearl, the slasher villain. In really great prosthetics. Like I didn't even know until after the film. So then we have Pearl, which is Mia Goth again, back in 1918. I think it's 18, and then X is like 78 maybe.
Yeah.
So like the vibes of this film are also heavy, real heavy on like golden age of film, like 1910s era, like musicals and like, you know, bright colors, like Technicolor. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been bright colors back then, it would have been black and white. But
just like halfway through production, oh fuck,
shit, this should have been black and white. No, like you know, like golden age of Hollywood type of vibes. But this time, it actually makes sense as to the film having these vibes because this film is about Pearl. It is her perspective. I'm sure that somewhere someone has called this film like female Joker or something like that.
yeah.
Because it's just like from their perspective, and you get like glimpses inside of Pearl's head, which are all like these musical sequences and stuff like that.
You see, Joker 2 is gonna be a musical.
I did.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I did.
Lady Gaga star.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dog shit.
Oh, that's weird.
That's gonna be dog shit.
That's so That's a
Or
strange one.
Maybe it'd be good. I don't know.
Maybe it's all from Joker's head, so it's a musical.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, what were we saying?
So we follow Pearl and we see what her family life was like, and we see essentially like just before she snaps to when she snaps, and she becomes like this completely different person. But also like from the get go, not 100% there, you know.
Yeah,
Killing a lot of animals.
as it tends
For no
to be.
reason.
Yeah. Something ain't right with that girl.
Yeah, there's something a bit off.
Local character.
And it's really good.
Really good.
Like really good.
Better than X.
Oh yeah, like a
Could you watch this without having seen X?
yeah, 100. Yeah, no, you could. I wouldn't say like I'd say watch X.
Where did you see this?
The web.
The web. Oh, the dark web.
Had to go deep.
Is it in cinemas? It's already gone, isn't it?
I think it's already gone.
Yeah. I feel like I should see this.
I think you should.
Because I would mean to see X, but then I'm like, I just never like remembered to see it. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Oh no, 100% is, and I think
Yeah.
it's worth watching X beforehand to see like the very end of Pearl, like you know, of her life.
Is she a real person, or some kind of supernatural being?
Oh, she's a real person.
Oh, okay.
Nothing supernatural
She's
about her.
just mad old in the first one.
Yeah, she's just like real slow, and you can't really hear her.
Oh, okay.
And also like has a crocodile.
She what?
She has a crocodile.
She has a crocodile. Okay.
So you know that comes in useful.
Alright, yeah.
But you know, X is worth the go. But Pearl is just like such a cool character study, essentially, just going into her head, and like it's super well stylized. Mia Goth is fucking fantastic.
She is
Oh
fantastic.
man, she has this like 8-minute monologue that is just like acting. And I'm pretty sure it's a one take as well, and it's just like a close up of her, or not like a close up, like full screen of her, and she's just like going, just like explaining to, because she's married to Howard, and Howard has gone off to the war, and she's, one of her friends has been to her like, pretend I'm Howard and just say whatever you want to say to me, and she just goes on this 8-minute rant and like talks about like the people that she's killed, and been like, yeah, I've like had to get, your wife had to get pleasured by another man, and I knew it felt wrong, and then I fucking snapped and killed mama and pa and stuff like that. Real good. Like she's fantastic in the film. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, that's so annoying. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
1918. The Spanish flu is about.
Yeah.
And that is in the film, and people wear masks when they have to go outside.
Is that a thing about that?
I don't know, but that's what they're saying. And like, there's this whole thing that like her, like, she lives in a house with her man or dad, and her dad is like, I don't know what he has. He's like he can't move. He's like disabled. Like he's had the stroke, and it's like locked in syndrome kind of.
Yeah.
So he's like fucked, and it's like the mom and Pearl just like running the gaff essentially, and her mom is like just angry at everything that's going on, and she's like giving it to Pearl because she's like, you can't leave the house and not have a mask on, because what if you come back and you give this disease to your dad?
Very timely.
And it's like, oh look, I see the parallels.
Yeah. It's just like me.
Yeah, but like it's not even too like,
It's on the nose.
it's not on the nose.
It's not like evil dies tonight.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's like, it's not on the nose with the like COVID parallels, and like even the fact that like she's cooped up and she's losing her fucking head because of it, because her mom's like, you can't leave the house, you need to be here. I mean, Pearl is just like, I'm better than this, Ma. I want to be a star that the world knows. I like, you can't do it. You're not good enough.
Yeah, I can't be a contender.
Even though she's Polish, but regardless. Or no, she's not Polish. She's German. So it's just like fucking. It's a good movie, real good movie. It's not like, you know, horrifying, and it's not like scary, but it's a horror. It's still a horror film. She has this smile at the end for the credits, and it's. Oh man, I actually feel like I'll show you that after the break.
Yeah.
Oh man, the face that she pulls is like just this like really forced smile.
Yeah.
Where like she's smiling at you, but like all the alarm bells are going off in your head,
Now.
being like, "There's something really wrong here."
Yeah. Mia
Um,
Goth. She has those gap teeth as well, though.
And she has like no eyebrows. She's very distinct.
Yeah, she's got no eyebrows. Yeah.
She's real pretty.
Oh yeah. Jesus, stop. What else is she in?
X.
No, she's in other stuff.
I have no idea.
She's definitely in other stuff.
She is in other stuff, but I don't know what she's in.
Oh, I see. This one
Yeah, that's it. But like,
or this kind of thing.
yeah, and like she's really forcing the smile, and then like
Yeah.
she keeps like having to like redo
away.
it, and then tears start rolling down her face.
Yeah, you can kind of see it here. The GIF.
Oh, it's
If you
hard.
can imagine that, listener,
I recommend.
it's pretty intense. Yeah, Mia Goth. What else is she in? I want to see.
You can find out there. Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull that up. She's with Charlotte Buff.
Is she?
Yeah, he's punching.
Yeah, he is.
Seriously punching here. Mia Goth. She's English. She was in Nymphomaniac. High Life. Suspiria. That's what I was thinking of.
Ah, she's in Suspiria.
She's in Suspiria. High Life is also... You ever seen High Life? It's actually really good.
What's High Life?
It's based on a J.G. Ballard. No, wait.
Is Robert Pattinson in
thinking
that?
of an entirely different film. I was thinking of High Rise. High Life, yeah, it's the one with Robert Pattinson.
That film.
Yeah, dog shit, apparently.
Oh, man, it's dog shit.
Claire Denis, yeah.
Oh, bro, that film is so beyond boring. Beyond boring.
I remember being excited for that to come out, and then everyone said it was so bad. And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
oh, I've never seen it.
It's
I've never seen
dire.
And she's also in Emma. Remember Emma? That dog shit period piece.
Who is it about? Or what is it?
It's based on the novel Emma. It's
Who's in it though? Oh fuck yeah, that one.
Anna,
Oh yeah.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
I've heard that's good.
Is it?
I've heard that one that's actually good.
I guarantee it's not.
Did like Little Women come out before that as well?
I think they must come out the same year.
They came out around the same time, yeah.
There's no way those films are good. I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch them, but they're definitely not good. Like, it can't be good. Like, it's not interesting.
Little Women is meant to be unreal.
Is it?
That's why loads of people love.
I've heard it's good, but like, it's no way it's actually good. Like, come on, you know. It's like a lot of Saoirse Ronan films. Like, they're actually not that good, you know? But they're good, you know. It's like, fuck it hell. Brooklyn. It's a good film. I'm not staying around. I'm not watching that.
You've heard it here first, lads.
I'm not watching that again, you know.
Mark hates women. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing.
No.
Mark particularly hates Little Women.
No. That's not true. Maybe I should watch them. Maybe I should.
You come in and it's like, it's actually the best film ever made.
I'm so ignorant. I literally haven't watched any of these
No,
films.
man, period pieces don't fuck that.
Yeah, I just find them really boring.
I find period pieces so boring.
But yeah, she was in Suspiria, High Life. She was definitely in more, which I haven't seen. Everest, she was in Everest, Cure for Wellness, yeah, and then X and
Have you
thing.
ever seen Cure for Wellness?
I have not, though. I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks really good. And then I didn't watch it.
It's alright.
Oh. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Who directed that? I know some guy who's kind of like, he's like, blows hot and cold.
It's like, I think it's the dude that directed Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is. Gore Verbinski.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
He did The Ring as well, didn't he? Did
Gore
he do The
Verbinski.
Ring? Am I making that up?
He did indeed. Jeez, how do you know so much about this guy?
Because I've actually seen a good few of his films.
Gore Verbinski.
Yeah. What film are we talking about? I mean, I started thinking
We're talking about Cure for Wellness.
Cure for Wellness. Yeah, that film's alright.
Yeah.
It's like a really good mystery, and then
because it stars Dane DeHaan, it kind of freaks me out anyway.
he's really good in it
Really
though,
strange looking guy.
and it's like a very stressful film.
Yeah.
But like, where the film ends up is it ends up somewhere.
Where does it end?
I'm not gonna spoil it. I think you should watch it. Just
I should watch it.
yeah, I think you should.
Is it on anything?
It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is.
Oh, I remember it was. Yeah.
It's worth a go. It's very long. It's pretty long though. I think it's like 2.5 hours.
Yes, is there? 2.5 hours.
Which is like way too long for that film. But it's no, I recommend. It's good. But yeah, Gore Verbinski, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Speaking of Gore Verbinski, no one's ever said that.
Yeah, what's the first Pirates of the Caribbean film? The Curse of the Black Pearl.
The Curse of the Black Pearl.
A lot of pearls in this episode.
Yeah, it's a theme. Well,
White pearls and black pearls.
It's an entirely deliberate theme.
I'm gonna cut that.
What?
That was a bad joke by me.
No, that was a good joke.
Before. Sorry, tense stuff.
What's happening in here?
I'm breaking down. The jiu-jitsu's coming out in my head.
Oh, it's grappling me. Ah.
No, it's the first Pirates of the Caribbean film. I don't remember the last time I saw this film. It's been a good while. To the point where I remember. Do you ever have that with like films you haven't seen in like years, where like you know what happens in the film, and you know like the beats of the film, like what like where
When
certain
they
things
happen,
when they
yeah.
happen, but like you can't remember the connecting pieces.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that was great. I was like, how does that lead into?
I was like, yeah, I remember that like they end up fighting like in Jack Sparrow's the skeleton, but then before that he's on like the island with what's her name again? I was gonna say Natalie Portman.
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. He's on the island with Keira Knightley,
Yeah.
and there's a bit where the dead guys walk underneath the ocean to like climb up the boat. I was like, I remember that bit, but where is that into like, and how did they get there? I couldn't remember a lot of it, but couldn't remember the nitty gritty. This film's way better than I remember being though.
Really?
I thought it was gonna be like decent, but like I think this is like really fun. It's a very fun movie.
They were fun movies.
A very fun blockbuster.
Yeah,
I don't even, is this a blockbuster? Sure,
it is indeed, of course. Yeah, Curse of the Black Pearl. This launched the whole franchise. This was Disney before Disney was Disney as it is today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they'd make films and be like, oh, please let this work. You know, that kind of way. And it would be, because this was based on, wasn't this based on the ride?
Based on the ride.
It's based on the ride.
I think it's the first, I'm going to say the first film to be created from the ride in Disney World.
Is it? Is there more?
I think there's a few others. I think there is.
You know what I think is criminal? They never made one based on the Tower of Terror. That's such a good idea for a movie. Or was there one?
Is it Haunted House maybe though? No, it's not.
No, Haunted House is its own thing.
Is Haunted House, was there Haunted House first? Or was the...
Oh, there was a Tower of Terror movie. What am I talking about?
Was there?
Apparently there was. Investigate, Vanish from Hotel. Yeah, it is. It's also the first film based on Disney's theme park attractions. And the only one produced. It was produced for television, sorry. Forget about that. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
No, but like, there's a Haunted House in it. Surely the Haunted House ride in Disney.
The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy is based on the Haunted Mansion, which is in Disneyland.
Yeah. Sorry, I was saying the Haunted House.
That's a good movie.
Haunted Mansion.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, sure it is. Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean is better.
Yeah, probably.
Pirates of the Caribbean is definitely. I don't know what films have been based off of rides. This is definitely the best one.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that there's a better one than this.
Yeah.
Because the action's so good, man. The action's so fun.
It's a swashbuckling epic, as they would say.
Oh, like they just keep like, even within the fights, like they just keep developing it, and like the dynamic keeps changing, or like the landscape that they're on is changing.
Yeah.
And like it's just so much fun. It's really great set pieces.
Yeah, it's choreographed like really well. Also, Jack Sparrow is like a really good character. Has to be said. He's like
Johnny Depp is real good as Jack Sparrow.
He's not. He's not underrated, but it's kind of like you kind of overlook. It's the same way Tom Cruise. It's
because he gets really annoying later on.
Yeah, and it's kind of so iconic that people forget why it's iconic. It's not just iconic for being like the way Thanos is iconic. In my opinion, Thanos is a shit character, shit villain. I don't think it's really. If it wasn't in a Marvel thing, it wouldn't really be that big. That's my opinion. But there's a lot of different examples where you have characters who are basically famous for being famous. They're iconic because they're in a big movie. Jack Sparrow, stuff like that. That kind of performance, that would have been iconic pretty much no matter what. It basically carried the entire franchise. And it's just a really. He's really good at it. He's really interesting characters, really cool character, really funny.
The backstory is so good to him.
Yeah. Even his character design, the backstories of where did he come from, like all this stuff. It's really cool. You know?
No, definitely. And like the reveal of like because he's just like this. He's like the worst. Like, keep having this thing, and he's like, that's the worst pirate I've ever seen. But he's actually fucking brilliant pirate.
Yeah.
He's a genius when it comes to pirating. That's that whole. I love characters like that where like it seems like the characters are failing upwards, but like it's intentional.
He's actually pulling the strings. Yeah. He's actually a genius. Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow, so good. I didn't know he's Johnny Depp for so long.
Really?
I had no idea he was Johnny Depp. Because he doesn't look anything like Johnny Depp.
Unless you see him up close and he doesn't have a hat on. Like,
yeah.
I think it's because he's always got a fucking bandana on.
I could never understand. Even when I knew it was Johnny Depp, I was like, I can't see Johnny Depp in this guy. Like, I was bamboozled when I was a kid. I couldn't understand it. Because he just plays it off so well. And so unlike every other Johnny Depp character.
But then was the basis for all Johnny Depp characters going afterwards.
For everything that he did after that. Yeah.
Like, that's everything afterwards.
Yeah,
I think that's the reason why Jack Sparrow is... There's a bit of like, when it comes to Jack Sparrow, because...
It's over...
It's overdone. It's
Overplayed,
overdone.
Yeah. It became too iconic, but then you forget why it became iconic in the first place.
Because it wasn't just...
Yeah, it wasn't just it was a big film. It was like, just a really good character,
Mm.
you know? And yeah, now he goes around, like all these Make-A-Wish things, we shows up at the hospital. So that's not him doing it for charity. He just walks around like that.
Yeah,
he just is constantly in Jack Sparrow mode. Like,
yeah, no. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch Dead Man's Chest and World's End. I remember always thinking that Dead Man's Chest is mad boring when I was a kid.
It's just extremely long. I remember even at the time, or not even at the time. At the time, it was the longest blockbuster. After that had come after Lord of the Rings, it was close to 3 hours, I believe. Same with the second one; they're both close to 3 hours.
Oh no, I'm talking about Dead Man's Chest. World's End is the last one.
No, I mean the latter two, the second
yeah.
and the third. They're both extremely long movies.
2.5 hours.
Is it 2.5? I thought it
Yeah.
was 3.
That's
But,
a long old movie.
they're
Jeez,
both-
I didn't realize it was that long.
They're both extremely long for the time. I remember thinking that in the cinema and talking about it afterwards. Yeah, which one was it? Dead Man's Chest is the last, or no? Dead Man's Chest is the second one.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
World's End.
Because that's kind of just the bridge between the beginning and the end.
To be fair, Curse of the Black Pearl is 143 minutes.
2.5 hours.
It's nearly 2.5 hours. I think there's like 15 minutes of credit. But yeah,
How long is that World's End?
69 minutes.
Yeah, 3 hours pretty much. That's intense for a pirate movie.
That's a lot of Jack Sparrow. That's a lot of Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Although I think he's not in it for like the first hour or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Can't remember.
I don't remember.
But yeah, Dead Man's Chest is going to be next. I'm going to watch that. If you want to hop on this other series for review.
I actually watched them all very recently.
Oh, then fuck that.
Yeah.
We go for a wee break.
Go for a wee sauce, hey.
And we are back from the break to talk about one more movie. Our recommended film for this episode, Paris, Texas, directed by Wim Wenders. A man wanders out of the desert not knowing who he is. His brother finds him and helps him to pull his memory back of the life he led before he walked out on his family.
Why are these synopses always written by someone who can't speak English?
And disappeared 4 years earlier. Helps him to pull his memory back of the life.
Back. Tries to
pull his memory back.
Of the life he once led.
Of the life he led before.
Of the life. Tries to
why is that so hard to say?
Tries to refresh his memory of the life he used to live.
piece the puzzle back together.
Yeah.
But like not really, because we don't really see that, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't see that in this film. It's a very interesting part of this film. I think it's very cool. Paris,
What did you
Texas. I have to say, I really enjoyed this film because I got a big boner for all kinds of Americana and stuff like this. You know, there's something haunting about the highways, American, you know, the scenery,
the emptiness.
There's something, you know, there's something romantic, something deeply romantic about it, which is always attractive, and I really liked it for that. But it's also
really long.
It's also really long. I wasn't gonna go straight into the negativity on. But
No.
no,
won't.
it is really long. Yeah, it's extremely long and extremely boring
But
for the first half.
in a meaningful way.
For the first half, it's really, I think it's deliberative and meditative.
Yes.
To use adjectives which can, you know.
Transcendental, some might say.
Yes.
Transcendental filmmaking.
Yeah, dynamic.
Ozu.
You died for this. I really enjoyed it, but it is boring. But like, yeah, guys say in a transcendental kind of way, in a way that makes sense. In a way, it's like this is boring for a reason. It's boring the same way if you look out a window. Like if you're on a road trip and you, for some reason, if you're on a road trip, you look out the window, you're like, oh, look at that cool landscape. It's like that's fucking boring. But like at the same time, you're just staring at it.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep staring. If you're looking out the car window, you're just staring. It's really engaging for no reason whatsoever. There's nothing actually stimulating you. That's kind of like this film. because it's really so open ended and
Mm.
nothing. You don't even know a lot about what's happening.
No.
You know, which is really
Even
weird.
even in an adventure, given context,
Yeah,
there's
'cause-
still like a lot of
yeah,
cool.
yeah, because it's not even. There's nothing like unconventional about the way the story's told, really.
Just in terms of how long it takes.
Yeah,
How long it takes to tell it.
yeah, it's like very, very like long and just like kind of going around. And the following guy who's just come out of a fugue state, who's emerged from the desert. What's
He
his
just
name?
appeared.
What's his name?
Travis.
Travis. Yeah, Travis has just emerged from the desert. I read a review of this film which described it really well as a film that is a story which takes place in 4 parts. We only get to see the second and the third parts.
Mm.
You know, that's
Yes.
kind of how the film works.
Yeah, we're missing the start. Like, where the fuck was he for those 4 years?
It's never explained.
No.
Never properly explained. And what happens at the end? There's no resolution. There is a resolution, of course, but it's not a conventional resolution, which would kind of like. It has a lot of comparisons with The Searchers, you know, the John Wayne movie, which is about very, very similar things. You know, Americana is like huge American landscapes set out west, about this, you know, this kind of like paragon of American kind of like masculinity. And you know, he gets the girl, he reunites the family, he saves the day, stuff like that. Versus Paris, Texas, where it's like same thing, same setting, same kind of like visuals, a lot of the same visuals, very like hugely like visually influenced by The Searchers. And you have Harry Dean Stanton as Travis, who's like this totally kind of like dilapidated manifestation of American masculinity, like this kind of fucking degradation of what John Wayne was. He's like American masculinity, but like
He's the
totally humiliated, the wandering,
Yeah, the wandering, the
vagrant.
Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger. Yeah, the Lone Ranger, but like no heroism whatsoever. He's just he's a pathetic loser who has nothing, who's basically a blank slate. He's literally a blank slate at the start of the film. He doesn't know anything. Doesn't know where he is.
He wanders into shot.
Yeah, literally, he wanders into shot. And it's about him trying to piece his life back together. And the entire time he's not battling against like the same way, the way John Wayne was as the cowboy against the Indians and stuff. He's battling against, you know, kind of cliche. He's battling, the way I say it is cliche.
His own demons.
He's battling he's battling the demons in his head. he's battling the literally
he's battling the repercussions for what he has done.
Yeah. It's
the mistakes of his life.
It's a social drama contained within the relationships, revolving around this one guy, or not necessarily revolving, which are involving this one guy, this one character, Travis, rather than a story of conquest where the cowboy goes out and gets the girl, comes back, and everything's all good.
Yeah, and it's all a nice little neat bow by the end of it.
Yeah, this film's like the exact opposite of that. It's
yeah, this film opens the present for you and then leaves you there.
Yeah, it leaves there and you're like, there's nothing here.
Yeah,
and
there's
like,
nothing here.
actually, yeah, the real present is like later on, and they just never elaborate. And it's just like, what happened here? What's going on? It starts with an ellipsis, ends with an ellipsis. It's like, what's the crack? I kind of like that as well, because like it's the same way with there's this huge emphasis on landscape and this open desert, this image of the open desert. So you think of like On the Road and stuff like that. It's just this old classic Americana idea of like it's just you and the road, you and the tarmac, you and the blacktop. It's the idea of the road movie as well. This is one of the great road movies. I don't know a lot about road movies, but I know what they're getting at.
I get the
everyone knows what they're
on
getting
the
at.
road.
Yeah, that whole idea, literally just on the road. That's all you have to know about it. Just this idea of travel and adventure.
I need to read that book again.
On the Road. Yeah, Jesus, what a book. What a book.
Yeah, I need to reread that.
So yeah, it just captures this, because it's something like uniquely American as well. Because you have the globe spanning American monoculture, which is just like totally different to what you actually see if you go there, and like what you see when you get down to like interesting writers like Kerouac and stuff like that, and like movies like this, and more like even like Jean Baudrillard, the guy who did the whole what was it, the recession of signification or whatever, like the whole idea of like the simulacrum, and like signs and stuff like that. Did a lot about semiotics. And he had this book about, he's like a Marxist, far left Marxist thinker. He went to America, he wrote a travelogue. I think it's just called America. It's just him basically waxing lyrical about highways and deserts and like the great expanse of the West
Mm.
for like 200 pages. And this is a guy who's like hardcore French, like post-structuralist. Like,
Yeah, well, sure. I was about to say is Wim Wenders is a German, and he's able to encapture one of the like best pieces of Americana.
yeah.
You know, aesthetics.
Yeah, because that's a great thing about it. It's so universal.
Yeah.
It's like, without getting into the the colonial politics of it, it's the idea of like the West as this blank slate, like just going west. There's just something out there. There's like a sense of opportunity. Even when you see the actual the windscreen of the car or whatever, and it has like the open expanse of the desert, and it's a lot like the film. You can see, the mesa or cacti or a mountain in the distance, but it stretches on way beyond that.
It just keeps going.
And there's the rear view mirror where it's like you don't know what happens before that as well. It's the same as the film. It just arrives. It brings you to a point where you're privy to a certain section of a story which is like a lot bigger than you could ever imagine. It's also a very small scale story, but the actual universe it takes place in and the kind of like psychic landscape that we see is huge.
Well, I'd even say that the name is that as well.
Yeah.
Paris and Texas.
Yeah.
Like they make a joke of it in the film.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, France. I've never been to France.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about Paris and Texas.
And they constantly have this idea. They're constantly like kind of like idealizing themselves and objectifying each other. The different characters, without, because there's such a huge distance, not just a physical distance, because it's such a big country, but also an emotional, social distance.
Yeah, everyone's isolated.
Yeah, because Travis is estranged from his son and all this stuff. He's estranged from his wife, and there's huge difference between the characters, and so they're constantly like bridging that gap by idealizing each other in their own minds. Even and the title is kind of a play on that. It's like the idea of Paris, in Texas.
In Texas,
it's
luxurious.
Like, it's a total giveaway to like to what's actually happening between the characters in the film. So you think of Paris, Texas, Paris, France, like like luxurious, the city of love and stuff. Paris, Texas, just a fucking shithole, like piece of land
in the middle of nowhere,
which Travis buys a parcel of land on at some point in the film, and that's that's the joke. That's the grand joke which is being played across the film. So I think it's pretty good.
It is, but it is also like doing everything that you're saying, but it's very slow. Watch.
It's very slow. Yeah,
like
it's 2.5 hours.
And for me, like I like Americana. I enjoy a bit of Americana, but I find Americana also like you have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah,
in terms of like reflecting on landscapes.
It's a serious vibe.
It's a serious vibe, and this film is a serious vibe. I don't think I was in the vibe to watch it when I did, but having said that, I think the last 45 minutes, hour of this film, it's great. Just like from what's like happening on screen, like it's like that bit where Travis is walking down the street and Hunter is on the other side, and he's like copying him as he walks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Like that's like one of the most iconic scenes in like pretentious films, I guess, because it's because I've heard, because only when I got into films did I ever see that shot be or like know what that was.
Yeah, it's not like
or
hugely famous.
It's not hugely famous, but
you'd know it, yeah.
But you'd know it.
There's loads of shots like that in the film because it's such a beautiful film.
Oh, it's stunning.
It's like it's so visually appealing. Like the use of red is so obvious as well, as in talking about it. But like, it's just like, it's just really well done. Like it pops so well, and obviously like it signifies. It's not a film where it's a different shade of teal to the other guy's shirt. It's like proper like a bubblegum Americana. It's like this is like. He's wearing his big bright red shirt. She's got the big white or big red like what you call it, the fluffy top and stuff like that. And so everything's it's like it's mad technicolor. It's like seeing the world with new eyes, and that's
with rose tinted glasses.
Yes. That's the idea. That's the exact. It's perfect way to kind of represent like the themes of the film in a visual manner, which you don't see a lot. It's very rarely actually done. Even though it is kind of like really obvious filmmaking technique.
Yeah.
But you don't see it done that much. But this is like one of the best examples of that actually working.
Yeah. It's good. It's very good. What did you think of what's Klaus Kinski's daughter?
Klaus Kinski's daughter.
She, like, when she comes into the film, I wasn't sure. The thing, right, sorry, one thing I will say about this film before I get on to, what was her name?
Klaus Kinski's daughter.
Yeah, what was her name?
I can't remember her name.
Klaus Kinski's daughter. Before we get on to her, like, this film, at no point did I know where this film was going. Like, it's pure, like, the narrative itself is just wandering about and, like, taking its time, and just, you know, it's essentially the pace of this film and the way that the narrative goes is like just wandering through the wilderness randomly. Because like it goes in different places in a lot of ways that you don't really see coming from the offset.
Yeah.
And I think that's just mostly because we have no, like,
I didn't know what the film was about.
Didn't know what
really.
I
in
terms of like the information that it gives you, just don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, because it is very limited. Like it's because you find this guy Travis wandering at the shot. He's out in the desert. He's emerging from the desert. He's in a fugue state. He's totally mute. His brother comes to get him and bring him back. It's like piece by piece, you're kind of finding out not even information, it's just hints at stuff that will be relevant later in the film.
Yeah, and then it gives you all of it at the end.
Yeah, and then
it
all kind of adds up.
And then you're like, okay, this all makes sense. But then it leaves you on this, like, not cliffhanger, but not a satisfactory ending.
Yeah, it's just a melancholic ending.
Yeah, pure
Yeah.
This film is pure melancholy.
Yeah, liquid melancholy. It's visual melancholy. It's like, oh, damn. But it's also like, that makes so much sense in a narrative.
Somber.
In a narrative way. So it's your man Travis, and he's come back, and he's like mumbling about Paris, Texas and stuff, and his brother's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He brings him back to his son. His son's like, where the fuck you been for the last 5 years, Dad? And he's like, oh, I was in a...
That's the first, like, half an hour that you're after just describing. That's all that happens in the first half an hour.
It's just him. It's Harry Dean Stanton and Dean Stockwell, the other guy's name, his brother. It's just them roaming around, trying to figure out what is happening. Both of them. And you're there as well. Like, what the fuck is happening here? What exactly is happening? What is this film about? And it's about this guy who basically is estranged from his son. His son's being raised by his brother and his sister-in-law. And he's gone off, disappeared for several years, basically into the desert in a fugue state. You don't know what happened in the desert, what happened, how he got to the desert, anything about that, anything what happened before the first frame of the film, and then it's about him kind of, trying to piece his life back together, and then ultimately deciding to go find his estranged wife, who has also basically abandoned their child. And that's pretty much the whole film.
Yeah, then they reunite. But it's not in the way that you think it's going to go.
Yeah, it's really weird. So he goes back. He kidnaps his own son, and they go driving off to back to Texas.
To Houston.
Yeah. And his wife is now working as a call girl kind of thing, or like a peep show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's working in a peep show, and it starts getting really like way more conventionally dramatic at that point.
Oh yeah, then the drama really hits.
Yeah. Then it's really easy to follow in the sense that you don't have to be like, you're not just staring at landscapes and stuff. Like, it's two characters basically locked in a room
doing monologues at each other,
and like, in like drips and drabs, kind of explaining and giving hints as to what might have happened before, in really abstract, like almost like fantastical realist ways. Like his whole kind of, because it's the peep show where he's sitting there on the phone talking to her, and he can see her but she can't see him. She doesn't know that that's her ex-husband talking on the phone to her, and he goes into this mad kind of like this mad story which sounds like something fucking a fantasy realist writer would write, or a magical realist writer. And he starts explaining basically their backstory, and that's how she finds out. Then she's like, oh shit, you're Travis. But the story doesn't make any sense that he tells. It's just kind of like, it's really like, I don't know. It's
really poetic.
Yeah, it's really poetic. After he tells it, you're like, what actually happened? Like, obviously something bad happened. But what was actually involved? Like, why is all this happened?
And then she talks about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So he tied her up.
Yeah.
and was heavily abusive, and then she burnt the gaff down
Yeah.
or something like that,
And and then he ran away.
and then she also ran away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Trauma, bro.
Trauma, something bad. Yeah,
Something bad happened.
yeah, something bad happened.
Something bad happened, yeah. And she's like, and he's like, he's come back to find some kind of redemption, but he realizes that this isn't, that he can't put it back together. He can't make it whole again. The way John Wayne would make the family whole again, bring the girl back, get the girl, resolve the whole, beat the Indians, resolve the whole story, tied up in a neat little bow. Travis realizes that can't happen.
That's not my story.
Yeah, he can't put it back together. It's like, it's broken now. It was broken, and now you can't reassemble it. So that's the difference.
Like, we can't just go back to normal.
Yeah. It's just, this is the way it works now. And you can't pretend that what happened didn't happen. And that's where the film is like really melancholic, because you get this ending where she is reunited with her son, and Travis basically just drives off into the distance. I was like, what's his arc, bro?
He's just brought the family back together, but then
He's fucking off.
He's fucking off, and he's basically in the same.
Yeah.
He's literally in the exact same situation. That, like, where he ends up and where he starts is like physically the exact same place.
He's basically putting his son in the position that he wanted to be in originally. He's like, he's recognizing that he can't be where he wants to be, and that he can't resolve this issue that he created. So he's like, he's passing it on to his sons. Like, you can do better than me. You can have a better life than me. Something like that. That's how I saw it anyway. But then he just disappears as kind of like Lone Ranger off into the wilderness again.
Is that reflective? Because, right, so you know the way that he has bought a blank piece of land. He has bought a piece of land in Paris, Texas, and it is like there. Everyone's like he's even told by his brother, like, that's a shithole. He's like, that's where I'm going to build my home. By the end of this film, he's nowhere closer to building that home. He's nowhere closer to using the land of America and building his own place.
Yeah.
American dream, stuff like that.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah,
all that stuff.
Yeah, he's never any closer to actually like cultivating the land in Paris, Texas, because it's all a mirage. Like America itself doesn't exist.
It's a pipeline. It's a pipe dream.
Yeah. It's like the Baudrillard metaphor. Remember at Disneyland, it's hyper real. The idea that it's just
I do remember that. Yeah.
It's a collection.
Jeez, you're pulling up like second year fucking college.
Yeah. Because he wrote this whole book about America, and it was pulling on the same ideas. Because he had this guy Jean Baudrillard had this idea that Disneyland was like this perfect encapsulation of hyper real modernity, which is a collection of images which don't actually, a collection of images referring to something else, objects which actually aren't themselves, are constantly referring to different things. And it's like a constant, it's a perpetual recession of meaning, where things are constantly referring to other things, and you stray further and further from the point, basically.
Like when you're in Disneyland, you're like, oh, that's from that film, and that's from that film, and that's from that film.
Yeah, but it's not. That's a guy in a suit. Like at the end of the day, that's not Iron Man. That's a man. That's a man standing there in a suit.
That's a teenager being paid minimum wage.
Yeah. And every time there's different layers of meaning, which is getting constantly stacked on top of each other. And there's like this huge noise which develops, and his idea is that America is like a huge Disneyland, which is full of this kind of like this falling out of meaning, and you have this blank slate in the West, but at the same time you have the Paris, Texas is like nothing. It's all false. It's all fakery. There's like a falsity in everything that you see. Like not just the names. Not just the idea that Paris, Texas signifies is just a reference to a place. Like that's Paris, Texas. The actual place is not Paris, Texas. It's just a place. It's a plot of land. Like it only exists basically in the photograph that Travis is holding, and that's the only reference he actually has to this claim of ownership he has over.
Has he even been there? I'm not even sure about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's all in his head basically. Even though he probably does have the legal rights, it's never clarified in the film. I'm sure he does. There's nothing to
I'm sure Travis has all that in order.
Oh, sure he does. He seems like a pretty stand-up guy.
Besides all that bad shit, but
Yeah. And then at the end, he just disappears into this desert of
meaninglessness.
yeah, basically. But which is also kind of hopeful, I think, at the same time. It's kind of like, it's like he's resolved, he's tied up the bow, that
It's a pretty loose bow, but
it's a pretty loose bow. Yeah. He's
I feel like one pull at that situation and
he's done right to whatever extent he could
mm-hmm.
have at the start of the film.
He's not redeemed.
He's not redeemed, but he recognizes that he can't be redeemed, and
Mm.
that the best thing he can do is what he does at the end of the film. And from that point, he is free to an extent to continue on whatever his journey is. We don't know what it is.
I don't know. I feel like in those 4 years, he's probably done up a lot of bad deeds, so maybe he's gonna go off and repent for all those as well.
Yeah, that's a different story. Yeah, we can't
Paris,
judge it.
Texas 2.
Yeah, he goes to Disneyland.
Over the border.
It's Sicario. Sicario crossover. Oh no, I thought it was good. It is boring. It's an aesthetic mood piece.
Which I did
Mainly-
not know. That's what I subjected Melissa to the start of this, and
Oh,
we
really?
were 15 minutes in, and
Orla would not stand for this film. Orla would refuse to watch this film.
oh man, I hit pause. I was like, could you pass me a drink there? And she passed me, and I was like, this is mad slow, isn't it? And she's like, oh my god, please, can we turn it off? This is so fucking boring. And I was like, that's fair. And we were only 15 minutes in, like, and even at that, I was like, jeez, we're only 15 minutes in.
yeah. It is slow. It's very, very slow. It's a film for it's for people who like to post screen grabs of films online, and because it's such a beautiful film. It's a film.
Stunning.
It's a film for pretentious film people like us.
And it's got good music.
It has like the guitars on
That twang,
the slow
slide guitar.
Yeah, the slow Americana is just. I appreciate it for that. It is long. It should be a bit shorter. That's about all. The only criticism I would have. Other than that, I think it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Tops.
Tops.
Honestly, tops. Maybe it should have been 100 minutes.
I feel like 100 minutes is perfect for this.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 110.
I would have thought it was 100 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Just based on when it was released and like what's about. You can literally sum it up in about 30 seconds. Less
But
than
I
30
guess
seconds.
like if you change the length of it, and like those slow shots are pretty key to it. You know what I mean? This film needs to take its time for its effect to really hit home.
Yeah, but the whole bit where he's on the airplane and he gets off. Like, that was totally.
Man, yeah, that was unneeded.
That was like literally no point.
Yeah.
There's no point to that entire section. They could just cut that out.
I think it's to explain away why they don't get a flight.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but like, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
That's to explain why he drives.
Yeah.
Because you don't fly.
Why does he drive?
Because I can't walk.
Because I can't drive too.
But yeah, it's alright. I'm pretty sure the week before, we said that we were going to rank films like ongoing, like a live ranking.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
May I suggest we don't do that?
Okay.
And instead,
We should definitely leave it for posterity.
well, yeah, no, I was thinking that
As in
for
leave
next
it for a bit.
for next year,
Mm.
we rank just the films that we like that year's films of ranked films, and then at Christmas next year we put them head to head, just from like 2020 to 2023. Jesus, 2023, fucking hell, 2023's recommended films of the year.
Yeah, versus 2022's.
No, just like rank them,
Okay.
and then the top film of that.
And then we do a battle royale.
Then we do
between
a battle royale,
2022,
yeah.
2023. Or the top 10 of both.
Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that would be
Something
cool.
like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I think.
Something like that.
But yeah. So, Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas.
We finally kicked the bucket on that one.
What would you rate it out of 5, bro?
4.
4.
That's a 4 for me.
It's a 4. Mine would be a 3.5, but automatically becomes a 4.
Oh, you're a harsh critic.
I am a harsh critic. That fucking it was boring, bro. I'm gonna sit here and say I was highly stimulated by this film.
No,
It's nice. It's a nice film to think about afterwards.
But man, if we saw this in Lighthouse with like a load of fucking cocktails, we'd be laughing.
To be fair, you will be
To
laughing.
be fair, I would not watch this with Orla. Orla would refuse to watch this film. You know, this is a guy film. This is like Drive in the 70s. It's like Drive. It's just Drive.
It's just Drive, but slower.
Yeah.
No, we tried to watch. We were watching this,
Yeah.
and then
What did you stick on after? Yeah.
Disenchanted.
Any good? Yeah. I assume.
10 minutes into that. I think we knocked that off sooner than we knocked off Paris, Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh man, that is not a good movie.
How is it that bad?
Oh my god, the first 10 minutes is just exposition
About what?
about like
The previous film?
about the previous film, about all this fucking bullshit. There's so many songs. Oh man, it's not good. Those first 10 minutes are awful. So we knocked it off and we watched I'm a Celebrity instead.
Yeah, I'm a Celebrity is a pretty good watch.
What do you think of I'm a Celebrity?
I really enjoyed it.
Mm.
I always liked it. I don't watch it now. I don't have a TV, so I don't watch it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was wondering, because
Yeah.
the whole Matt Hancock thing, I was wondering what your thoughts were on it.
What has he done?
He's no longer doing. He did Unreal in the trials,
Yeah,
like
to like a humiliating extent.
no, he did like to the point where it's impressive how many stars he was getting.
How many stars was he getting?
He was getting like top stars basically every time,
Yeah,
and then they voted. Then people stopped voting for him to do the trials because it was
unfair.
not that it was unfair, that it was like, you know, every night was Matt Hancock being on your screen doing really well in the trials,
Yeah.
and people were voting for him hoping that he would be shit at them.
Yeah.
And he wasn't.
He's actually good.
He's actually good, but now he's actually surviving the vote off stage. So
Yeah, that's kind of despicable.
yeah,
That's so like, it's like, it's such a tired thing to say, but it's like a Black Mirror episode.
do you know what the worst thing is?
Well,
He's really entertaining.
is he?
He's really entertaining.
Is he a nice guy?
He's a weird guy. I don't think nice is the term for it. He's a weird guy.
Who would you compare him to?
Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder. That's interesting.
Like just yeah, he just has really weird social interactions
Yeah.
where it's like
Is he mad awkward?
he's not awkward,
Yeah.
but everything that he does is awkward. But he himself is not awkward
Yeah.
because he's not picking up on that awkwardness.
Oh, okay, yeah. That
It's
kinda makes
really
sense.
yeah.
That's probably why he's able to get by as a politician for so long, and why he agreed to do the show, because he probably didn't realize
Do you know how much he's getting paid?
Well, it doesn't matter. Like your career is finished.
Do you know how much he's getting paid?
500k, is it?
500k.
I would.
That's bad for his career.
That's not a lot.
His career is not finished, bro. I'm telling you now.
Man, that is not a lot of money for a millionaire. Like, I would not do that for any. If I was a
Boy
millionaire,
George is in there for 400 grand apparently.
Boy George.
No wait,
He's on the ropes.
bro. I think it's Boy George that's on 500,000. I think Matt Hancock's in there for
Is
400,000,
he? Like that's.
which is even less.
He's a millionaire. If I was a millionaire, I would like. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, no chance.
But
No
like,
way.
is it that like we're going in to show? I'm going in to show people like this is what I'm really like. Like I'm a normal
My
human
human
being.
side, yeah.
But like it's
But like,
he's still kind of lizardly.
yeah, like you can't. Yeah, you can endear people to the extent that you're like, he's like maybe he wasn't that bad, but like, who's gonna vote for the guy that ate like pig anus on national TV?
He actually did get voted for the Eaton trial.
Yeah, like
Him and Boy George.
yeah. But like, yeah, you probably get voted in. You probably win his next seat. But like, he's just gonna be sitting there in Parliament. Be like, you're the guy who ate a fucking.
You the guy that
a
ate
don-
ass.
You're the guy who ate a donkey's dick on TV.
You
for
Black
400
Mirrors.
grand. Yeah, you Black Mirrored us like deliberately for 400 grand. You could easily have just taken a bribe from Saudi Arabia to give a speech.
Just like you have what normal people
yeah,
do.
like a normal politician. Like what? It really like I don't understand why he did that. I really don't get it.
It's super weird.
But I kind of respect it in a weird way.
And it's funny because like the contestants are asking me like, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah. And what does he say?
I just want to show people my human side. And she's like, that's not an answer.
That's not a human answer. What's
Yeah.
your real answer? Yeah. I just want to show. Yeah, that's like his PR person.
Mm.
But like his PR person was probably like, maybe this isn't a good idea. And he was like, I'm really up for it. That kind of thing.
I
'Cause
dunno.
It seems like a really obvious thing. It was like, you shouldn't do this, bro. It's like too low class. It's like scum TV. It's like a fucking.
But that's the point. They're getting to the working class people. The people of Britain who watch I'm a Celebrity. That's our target demographic.
yeah.
And Matt Hancock is tapping into that.
I suppose he is. Yeah. I suppose he is.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It's actually a genius PR plan.
How would you do on I'm a Celeb?
I
do you
think the
think you'd fare?
trials would be pretty decent. I think food ones I would struggle. Drink ones I would do even worse. Bro, I had a fucking bubble tea when I was in London. Have you
Mm.
ever had bubble tea?
I never have, but people are always telling me to try it for some
Do
reason.
not. That shit is vile.
What's it like? What's it like on the tongue? Bubble tea sounds kind of rotten anyway.
Oh man, it's like I got a matcha tea one, and my sister got black tea.
Yeah.
Dirt, the texture, man. I had one sup and I started gagging.
Yeah.
Just like these starch balls in your mouth, and it's just like they just taste like black tea, like sweet, really sweet black tea, but it's not a nice sweet because I have a sweet tooth. You know.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
That's rotten. Yeah, I seen there's one on Parnell Street, bubble tea.
That's horrible.
I used to be like, what would that taste like? Because all the Asian people at work love it.
Mm-hmm. It's like a big, huge thing.
It's a big thing over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't sound nice to me.
No,
I like tea. Bubble tea, I'm like, I've never had bubbles in my tea. Nor have I ever wanted to have bubbles.
They're not
in my
bubbles though. They're like
They're
jelly
balls.
balls.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's fucking vile. Oh, rotten, horrible.
Owen is coming out against bubble tea.
Yeah. Oh, and this is a anti-Joss Whedon and an anti-bubble tea podcast.
Yeah, very, very simple podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Our 1-2 messages. Our 2 singular messages.
Our 2 foundations.
Yep, that's it.
But yeah, I think I do awful in the eating trials.
Yeah.
Would you be decent at it?
Eating trials, absolutely not. I get really squeamish. I get squeamish with like normal household foods.
An apple.
Yeah, I'm like, I get pure like overstimulated. I'm like, oh. If
beans.
Beans. If there's too much, if the foods are touching too much, I get freaked out and I can't eat it. So if like they're making me eat, you know, God knows what, I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I keep getting voted in for it, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore, and I quit.
Please stop.
Yeah, please stop, kind of thing. The insects one, I think I could do pretty well in.
Same, I think we're alright at them.
I think I could do pretty well with them because it's like, you know, I'm a celebrity. I'm literally a celebrity. I'm on the show. They're not going to kill me. These are just random insects. It's not that bad.
What would you be famous for?
I'd be famous for, I'd have one viral video and I'd be living off it for the rest of my life. I'd be like, this is the guy from the I Shit My Pants Vine in 2014 or whatever, something like that, you know. This guy was TikTok famous in 2025 and now it's 2045 and he's wrinkled as fuck and he's looking for a last payday before he dies.
It's all looking good for Mark. He's got
my,
nothing to lose and everything to gain.
That's my future, yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be good. I really enjoyed it when I used to watch it.
It's like, you know, it's fun.
It's just good. It's absolute dirt TV. Like, I used to love the X Factor as well, but then I look back,
dirt, bro.
I look back and I'm like, how cruel was that show?
Oh Jesus!
But then it used to be really funny, but then it got really, really bad. It got cancelled, and then when it came back again, it was like unwatchable. It was absolutely like it used to be. It was trash TV, and it was just bullying on TV. But it was like fun to watch.
Pure exploitation.
It was pure exploitation just on TV, but it was fun to watch, and it made sense. Brought it back.
Jeez, the 2000s were so cruel, weren't they?
So bad. Like, it's just Simon Cowell bullying people with like disabilities on TV, and we're like, oh, go Simon,
fucking go on, Simon.
The nation's
a new one.
The nation's favorite villain. It's like he's just an evil man. And then, but they cancelled it for a bit, and then they brought it back. I remember being like, oh, this would be good, and I watched one episode, and it's like, this is literally unwatchable. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but they just changed the format. It was just absolutely unwatchable, and they cancelled it like a year after that. But I used to like a lot of those shows. Big Brother. I never liked Big Brother though.
Never watched it.
Hated it. Hated Big Brother. You like Love Island, man. You can't say that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like Big Brother though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do like though?
What?
I like some listener questions.
Let's go.
Our first question of next week's episode can be sent to us on Instagram and on Twitter at @paro_pod, or you can ask us via email, theparopod@gmail.com. Our first question is coming in from Hannah, and Hannah is saying to us, if you could commit with crime. Okay, I'm going to read out exactly what Hannah said. If you could commit with crime with no consequence, what would it be? Commit a crime?
A crime with no consequence. That's so broad. A crime with no consequence. There are a lot of crimes that aren't. Is this a legal or a moral crime?
This is a legal crime.
Okay.
No crimes against humanity on this podcast. What crime against humanity would you commit? I personally would try to bring someone back from the dead.
Yeah, I steal $1 billion.
Yeah,
I just steal a lot of money.
I do like the coolest bank heist ever.
Yeah, and everyone would be like, yeah.
Oh, like they make movies afterwards.
Yeah, and they'd be like, the man would be like, oh, you can't glorify this guy, but the people would be like, yes.
He's a modern day Robin Hood.
He's a
you know,
Robin Hood.
that's what they'd say about me.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And there'd be no consequences whatsoever. Or there'd be a vigilante, be like Batman.
Just go around beating up poor
Is
people.
vigilantism illegal?
Of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just go to a card. Here.
Yeah, vigilantism.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, cut me, boys. I'm there in a fucking Spider-Man costume. Yeah, I don't know. What other crimes would I commit? Just some cool form of robbery. I don't want to murder anyone.
Yeah, I commit a non-violent crime, involving something cool.
So there has to be a highway speed chase in my crime with no consequence.
Yeah, I'd like to rob a bank and get away with it, but like do it on national TV, where it's like a high-speed chase, where everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool," but then I get away.
Yeah,
I actually get away.
Yeah, I want.
Well, there would be consequences though.
Whatever crime I commit, I want there to be like no violence enacted on someone, and just financial pains to rich people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to.
In an ideal world, because realistically, though, if you rob a bank, the poor people just have to pay that back.
Yeah. Oh, I'd blow up a bank.
Blow up a bank.
Yeah.
Blow up.
I commit a terror.
I would commit a terrorist act against.
This guy's banned on Spotify. Yeah. No, actually, honestly, yes, that's what I would do.
That sounds good. Eco terrorism.
It'd be maybe a data center. That'd be
or
cool.
eco, I should say. No, not eco. What's economy? Financial terrorism. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
And our second question is also coming in from Hannah. And Hannah is asking us, what celebrity would you have sex with but be really embarrassed about? So essentially what Hannah asking us, who's someone that you would bone who you're actually ashamed and embarrassed that you would bone that celebrity?
That's a really hard one.
That's a really
hard, because why would you be embarrassed about boning a celebrity? Why would you be embarrassed? Hey, could you think of anyone off the top of your head?
I'd be really embarrassed if I had sex with Hugh Hefner. Does that count? No, this is someone that you want.
Hugh Hefner?
This is someone that you want to...
Yeah.
You would have sex with but be really embarrassed about.
So someone that you're attracted to but you think other people would perceive as ugly or
yeah, what else?
Unattractive in other ways.
That's the only reason, I don't know how to answer this question.
What celebrity? Yeah, this is kind of a sticky one. What celebrity?
The Queen. As she is now. I'd be really embarrassed about that.
Oh, sorry, lads. You'd be a national hero if you did that, though.
No, I don't know. What fucking celebrities would you bone that you're embarrassed that you would bone?
Melania Trump.
Is that embarrassing?
Well, she's evil.
Yeah, I suppose, but
it's not really embarrassing, I suppose. I'd be like, everyone would be like, yeah.
It's fair play, bro.
I'd be like, all right, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, that's the thing. You can't really think of that.
Hillary Clinton.
Gilf. Liz Truss. Marilyn McDonald.
Margaret Thatcher.
No.
Oh, bone Margaret Thatcher.
She'd bone
you.
Yeah.
She'd be boning you. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any other.
I really can't think of any.
Can't think of any embarrassing celebrity crushes that aren't, cartoons. That's the wrong question.
Yeah.
We've one more question there, do we?
Yeah, Mary. My mom is asking.
Shout out to Mary.
Shout out to Mary. She's asking, what's your favourite Christmas movie?
Muppets Christmas Carol.
Nice.
It's a good one.
My favourite Christmas movie might be the Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, you love that movie. I think we talked about. Oh, sorry,
we reviewed this we reviewed the film as a
I knew that we did
couple.
it. Yeah. It's a fun time.
That was a fun episode.
I think that's is that the Threads episode? I think it is. I think it is. It was around that time anyway.
It was. That's so funny. And now on to
Christmas with the
and
Cranks.
now on to Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, no, it was either Threads or it was Gremlins. Because I think
it was when we had COVID.
I think it was Threads then, because I think I watched Christmas with the Cranks over Christmas in between episodes.
I'll pull it up here now.
But yeah, Christmas with the Cranks is good. It's people hate that movie though, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't really get it.
It's a very cruel movie, but
it's about conformity, you know.
Yeah.
It's like don't step out of line, basically.
Mm.
Where was it? Which one was Threads? Pod goes nuclear. Yeah.
Pod goes nuclear. Yeah.
It wasn't that one.
Then it was one of the episodes. Must be
one.
Gremlins. Yeah, what other Christmas? I watched Klaus last year. Did you ever see that film?
No, it's any good.
Klaus is good. Klaus is good. I recommend that.
What is it?
It's like the foundation of Santa Claus. Of Santa Claus.
Christmas with the Cranks was staying positive.
There you go.
That's our COVID episode.
There
That's
you
why
go,
we're
that
so
makes sense.
delirious. We kind of panned that film, I have to say.
Well,
Christmas with the Cranks.
it's
We half panned it.
because like
I actually remember the conversation weirdly well.
it is a half pannable film. To be fair,
Facts.
like there's a lot of shit in the film. I'm trying to think of other
That
Christmas.
episode is all over the shop.
What's on that episode?
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wow, that's out. Oh no, that's a recommended film. Christmas with the Cranks, Spring Breakers, Virgin Suicides, Dance of Reality, Napoleon Dynamite, Falling Down, Tetsuo the Iron Man, Possession, and then Soul. What a program! Like
We don't make them like we used to.
That's an all-timer.
We don't make them like we used to.
Yeah, Jesus. That's breakneck stuff.
What the fuck? There's like 8 films.
They're-
We've talked about 3 films on this podcast.
They're not even ordered. And like it's like really like a fun family movie. Possession.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite, Falling Down.
That's a dichotomy. The dichotomy of our different Christmas experiences.
Yeah, duality of man. Like that was.
Do you know what that is? That's pure COVID brain films.
Oh, I could tell we're delirious.
Yeah, because look at that. That's when we had COVID.
We had brain. You could tell that COVID causes brain damage.
rot.
If you just have to listen to that episode, like
You want to hear what having a week of COVID sounds like? Listen to that podcast. Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, that's our all-timer.
That's it's back in the glory days. What other? I'm trying to think of other good Christmas films though, but I can't.
Deck the Halls.
Yeah,
with what's his name? The guy who killed people in Northern Ireland. Matthew Broderick.
Oh. Oh, that's a good one. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's pretty good.
What's that one with Arnie? Jingle All the Way.
I've never seen it.
That film's bad. That's a bad film.
Santa Claus, the Santa Claus.
Fred Claus.
I've never seen that.
You know that Fred? My mum was saying to me that Fred Claus is not in the canon of Santa Claus. I thought it was. It's not. It's a completely separate thing.
I don't know. I've never seen Fred Claus.
Fred Claus is decent.
You
Kevin Spacey.
see them? Oh, did you see they made a new Santa Claus
No.
TV show
No.
on Disney Plus?
What?
Yeah,
Jesus.
with Tim Allen.
What? Tim Allen?
Yeah,
Like it's Santa Claus.
yeah, the Santa Claus.
Man, they are. Do you think that like Disney have gotten to the point where they are completely saturating that idea of just bringing back old things? Man, Disenchanted came out, like Enchanted 2. Haven't heard a single person talk about it.
I didn't know it had come out.
Why is Hocus Pocus 2 not a big deal?
Man,
Hocus Pocus 2 should be a big deal.
did you like Hocus Pocus?
Sorry?
I hated that film.
People love Hocus Pocus.
People for some reason people love it. I get freaked out by your one. What's her name? The main witch. She freaks me out. But yeah, that people love that film. And they're like, oh, Hocus Pocus 2. No one gave a fuck.
No one gave a fuck.
Disenchanted. I remember it was a big deal back when it was filming here, and then people were kind of. I heard a few things like over the last few months about it, like just articles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the party's been out for a few weeks.
I haven't heard a single person watching it.
Haven't heard a single thing online. Obviously not in person, but like online, haven't heard a single peep. Obviously because it's dog shit, but like.
But even like it should be a big thing.
Yeah, from their perspective, it should. Obviously, they must be running out of steam, because like, who is the target audience for the Santa Claus reboot? Like,
People that watch the originals.
people that watch the originals, and
But why would they want to watch that now?
why would they want to watch that now? And the kids who would be the target audience, usually they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Well, obviously not gonna say that, but they're gonna be like, "This."
This 6-year-old being like, "What the fuck is this, Dad?"
They're gonna be like, "Oh, this is just a Santa movie." So like, what was the point of getting back the IP and paying Tim Allen $10 million?
But is it a film or a TV show?
It's a TV show.
It's a TV show,
Yeah.
which like makes even less sense because kids don't watch TV shows like that.
Yeah. But like, the kids don't know who this guy is. So what if they're the target audience? And obviously, the target audience isn't people who watched it, who grew up with it. It wasn't even that beloved a franchise to begin
Man, I
with.
feel like it is targeted just purely towards the people that used to watch it.
But like, no one really liked those films that much. They are good.
They're classics. They're like Christmas classics.
Yeah, but like, they're not like, "Oh, let's watch the Santa Claus this Christmas." It's like, if it's on, I'll stick it on maybe, and then I'll like float off after like half. I'm not actually gonna watch it, you know. But like, I don't know. Like, what was the point of getting Tim Allen back and paying him millions of dollars?
Jesus Christ, is it a continuing story as well?
For a second, I was worried that I'd like seen this in a fever dream, and you're gonna look it up and be like, "Bro, that doesn't exist."
Bro, this doesn't it doesn't exist. There's 2 episodes out. My question is though, like, Scott Calvin considers retiring as Santa Claus. So if you're watching this, if this is targeted towards kids, these kids need to have seen 3 films beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this MCU bullshit for fucking Santa Claus?
Yeah. Yeah, Santa's in the next Avengers
What the
film.
fuck is this? Multiverse bollocks.
Yeah. They're like, only one man can save us now.
These kids
like,
have to watch.
Santa Claus.
These kids have to watch these old ass films to watch this fucking TV show.
Yeah.
It's 100% targeted towards, like, us, like, you know, our generation, or like slightly older. I feel like, because like, when did Santa Claus 1 come out?
2002, 2001.
It's very early for like us to have
Yeah.
like like memories of when it was coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be like parents who have kids now. It's like, "Oh, watch this," and the kids be like, "Fuck off."
Fuck off, man! I'm not
Fuck-
watching that.
Fuck off. Yeah, they see their kids even be old. Their kids be like, "Fuck off, Dad. I'm not watching that. I'm a grown boy."
I
Like,
want to watch Possession.
I
Watching
want to
cool
watch Paris,
shit.
Texas.
Fuck off, man! I'm watching Santa Claus. I'm watching Paris, Texas. No, yeah.
You know what's a great Christmas movie? Die Hard.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
You know what's a great Christmas movie? Gremlins.
I actually really want to watch Gremlins again this year.
Gremlins is a good movie. And it's getting rebooted as well. Again. Also.
Oh, stop!
We talked about this when we talked about Gremlins last year, but it's coming out at some point soon.
That's so grim. The only thing that I'm ever happy about getting rebooted is Evil Dead, because so far everything has been good.
What about, how do you feel about maybe a return
A
of...
Paris, Texas remake. You feel awful about that, bro?
No. Alien 5, hear me out. Sigourney Weaver returns as Ellen Ripley, as she has promised to do on multiple occasions.
No.
Maybe she survived. Why?
That sounds awful, bro.
Ridley Scott, from the producers of Alien.
Oh man,
Ridley Scott's Alien Retribution, or whatever.
Retribution. I think Retribution.
Alien.
That's Resident Evil Retribution.
Alien Escalation.
Escalation. Okay, maybe they haven't called one.
Something like that.
No,
How
I
would you
think
feel about
I
that?
would feel awful. I just know that'd be terrible, even if it's directed by Ridley Scott. Like,
What if
Ridley,
she's... What if
when's
she's...
the last time? When's the last time Ridley Scott made a good movie?
Prometheus, 2012.
2012, right? So imagine
Spoiler alert for the next episode.
like, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of movies in the meantime.
So?
Did he do The Martian? The Martian's pretty good.
Yeah.
Martian's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I can't believe you made that.
yeah, that's not a
Ridley Scott movie, yeah. Yeah, that's so out of character to make an alright movie.
But no,
it'd be good. But what if she was like a woman again and she was like really strong?
No, just no.
It's like, what the hell?
Alien
What is
Resurrection
this?
made me like is like one of those sequels where just like I really don't want to know what happens next.
No, it doesn't take place after Alien Resurrection.
Just a reboot, a complete remake
no,
reboot.
No. It takes place after Alien 3. Or maybe in a parallel universe to Alien 3, following on from Alien 2. Aliens.
So they just make a sequel to Aliens.
Yeah. But she's mad old.
No.
And she's like, the xenomorphs have been gone for 70 years.
So we're just gonna get Halloween then?
Yeah.
No.
What about Halloween 2018, but in the Alien universe?
Like of that quality?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh yeah, that would be good. That's not what you'd get.
What
though.
if they made an Alien sequel that was actually good? Yeah,
This hypothetical,
obviously.
this hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Okay, would you like it? Like, what if they made a movie and it was good?
What if it was bad though?
No, yeah. If I heard that, I'd be so upset because it just wouldn't be good. And then if they came out and they're like directed by Joss Whedon again.
Oh God, no. From the writers
For the
of,
writers
of Alien Resurrection, and the producers
of the Avengers,
and the director of Alien, coming this summer, Alien Escalation.
Yeah, that does not sound good.
Well, we can pitch it either way.
We can try it.
We can try it.
We can go bring it to Disney.
I think we could draft something pretty interesting.
I feel like they could bite.
Yeah.
To take the bite.
Are there any interesting films coming out soon?
Avatar 2.
That's it, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's our next date.
What more do you need?
That's true. What? That's 20 something of December or mid-December. Let me check.
Sometime in December. Soon. The answer is soon, bro.
The answer's not soon enough.
Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be a fucking vibe. It's gonna be a vibe.
It's gonna be a serious vibe,
I'm
guys.
gonna seriously vibe out to this movie,
We're gonna
bro.
float down to the Stellenrath Mines and watch Avatar 2, Way of the Water.
With our limited 3D glasses.
December 16th, 2022.
You know they used to be red and blue. Bet you didn't.
I learned that in my cinema class with Michael Hines. Society of the Spectacle. Read it up, man.
Oh, who was it that we used to... No, I'll wait till after the podcast. It's something different.
Okay.
Who is it? No. Oh, wait. Let's
The
wrap it up.
road, man.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Okay. Anyway, I was just about to say that my recommended film for next week is The Last Wave by Peter Weir, 1977. Australian mystery drama film about a...
Aboriginals.
about various things. Yeah. So it's got loads of things. It's about a white detective who gets involved in some kind of mystical mystery, which involves...
It's about white people saving the day once again.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I know, disclaimer here, we know nothing about this film.
Mm.
We just recommend it because it sounds cool.
Saw the poster.
And Peter Weir is a very good filmmaker, has to be said. To be said. I have full faith in him. Well, I don't know anything about this film. I have a good bit of faith.
Picnic on Hanging Rock.
Picnic, High Rock. Did he do
Dead Poets Society.
Did he do Wake and Fright? Did he do Wake and Fright? Do you have him
He
there?
did not know.
Did he know? Alright, some other guy. But anyway, yeah, Dead Poets Society, Truman Show, Picnic at Hanging Rock, all 3 bangers. Well, especially Picnic at Hanging Rock and Truman Show. I still can't say Picnic at Hanging Rock in quick succession.
Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's a hard one to say.
Picnic at Hanging Rock.
He also did Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World. Which is,
That's a class film.
that's a terrible title. Jesus.
That's one of those mad like macho films.
I think it's mad. Like it's all about the ship.
It's about a man who's a rugged individualist going down with his ship.
It's about a man that has a boat.
It's about a guy who goes his own way and disregards the women in his life. And then they post Instagram reels looping him as a figure of authority. Someone to be looked up to. You know.
It's just like Pearl.
He's Patrick Bateman, but at sea. It's like Pearl, yeah.
It's Patrick Bateman, but at sea.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know about the film. I've never seen it.
I probably never will.
Neither will I. I will never see that film.
Will we leave it at that?
We'll leave it there for this week.
Well, talk to you in 2 weeks, boys and girls.
Bye. Good luck.
Bye.